My name is Tommy Ahlers. I've had many labels put on me in terms of being the super entrepreneur or success. And the way I introduced myself in there was that I'm just an ordinary guy doing what most people perceive as extraordinary things, because I started 3 companies and sold 2 of them quite successfully to Vodafone and Citrix. But my point here talking today was that I would like what I've done to be less extraordinary, meaning that more people would simply do it. Because it's a key point in my speech here today was how easy it is. How easy it is to start something new, start a company or something new within an existing company. How easy it is, especially when you talk about using technology to do that. When you're on the digital age and the digital space, which this industry definitely is, or should at least perceive themselves as being, and then how easy it is to go global. Those were the kind of my 3 key points here. So take that inspiration that I have gotten from entrepreneurship, starting own companies, and then also try to tell these companies that already exist that they also need to do this. Either they do it or someone else do it and disrupt them, maybe even out of the market.
It doesn't matter about entrepreneurship, but always has the dream about going out.
The biggest challenge for the publishing sector is might not be for me to say because I don't know the industry that specific. But the obvious one that comes to mind with the little knowledge that I have of this is, of course, that with any other businesses out there, unless you're doing something physical, then any other business out there will be disrupted by technology. So technology is the biggest challenge, but also the biggest opportunity that this industry has. They have the opportunity because they can distribute to many more people. And soon they will have translation tools where they don't have to hire some fancy writer to translate 50 Shades, but they just put it into the tool, then it just comes out and it's professional, and then suddenly they have the entire market and they don't need to go through local distributors, they just need to publish it in iTunes and all of that. But that opportunity, of course, gives them the challenge, because if they stay as they are today, and here I'm completely making this up because I don't know how things are today in this industry, but they print books and they sell them in bookstores, and December month is the biggest month, right? Because then every mom and dad goes and buy a book for the little ones. Then if that's the industry they're in, then they are dead, and it's just a question of time, right? Whereas if they are like, okay, that's what we did 10 years ago, that might be what we did 5 years ago, but the last 3 years we have been out there using technology ourselves, and we don't care about whether the consumer sits in Stockholm, in Oslo, or in Hamburg, or in England. We just go out and we approach them, and they can buy our goods, and it's in Danish or in English or in Swedish or what have you. I'm really glad to be invited here today, because I think it's very, very important for any industry to also try to get some input from the outsiders. And as I just said, stating that I don't know anything about or very, very little around this industry, then I'm clearly an outsider that comes with a perspective from a different industry, from a technology industry, from a startup, from entrepreneurship, and then just tell them my story. And then I'm sure these people here at the conference are quite smart people that will then get some insights from that, saying, but that means for me that I can do this, or that means for me that someone else would do this to me. And that's really what I hope that they get out of inviting some external people, also from outside the industry, to give them a different perspective on how things are done in a different place, different businesses, and see how they can use that in their own industry.